welcome back. I hope everyone got a chance to enjoy some of that delicious lunch, especially you folks at home. So we have a very special event here with some really exciting announcements from SkyDrive, and I'm going to turn it over to Risa Oishi, who's going to chair this media briefing. Thank you. Risa?
Hello, everyone. We are excited to welcome everyone to SkyDrive's special presentation today. My name is Risa Oishi. I am the communications specialist at SkyDrive and your MC for today's presentation. On behalf of SkyDrive, we would like to extend our appreciation for your presence today. SkyDrive is a Japanese eVTOL OEM founded in 2018. Our vision is to create a future where everyone has access to eVTOLs as their daily transportation, not only in Japan, but across the world. Today, we are delighted to be making some important announcements about the future of SkyDrive's US market entry, including the state where we will make our entrance. But before we begin, we would like to present a short video.
Hello, my name is Harry Lightsey, and I'm honored to serve as South Carolina's Secretary of Commerce. Our agency is driven to create economic opportunities to increase choices for all South Carolinians, while embracing the future to ensure our state's sustainable advantage. The future of advanced manufacturing, aerospace, and vehicle industries is here, and South Carolina is proud to welcome SkyDrive, an industry innovator, to our rapidly growing aerospace cluster. SkyDrive's advanced electric propulsion technology and sustainable transportation implications are the perfect fit for South Carolina's business roster and the state's growing business development goals. We're also energized by the impact and ability of Beaufort's local technology incubator to collaborate with an international company like SkyDrive. Such global and community partnerships have helped South Carolina businesses create homegrown pathways for innovation, technology, and entrepreneurial growth. South Carolina extends a warm welcome to SkyDrive, and we look forward to supporting the company on its journey to continued growth and success. Welcome home, SkyDrive team.
My name is James Stevens. I'm the Airport Director at the Greenville Downtown Airport in Greenville, South Carolina. In Greenville, we're excited about the opportunity and the possibilities created in the advanced air mobility industry. We see where AAM can connect our industry and our user base at our airport to our beautiful, booming city, and we see opportunities here that will enhance our community's transportation needs well into the future. Like our fellow airport in our capital city, Greenville Downtown has partnered with SkyDrive to assist with the modeling of an FAA-compliant advanced air mobility ecosystem that'll serve our local region and our state. We're willing to do this because we need to know at the airport what the infrastructure needs will be for the future. We believe that the impact of advanced air mobility in Greenville will be a new form of transportation that eventually becomes part of the normal transportation processes within our community and around the world. As an airport that doesn't have commercial service, we serve a different clientele. Our clientele flies into our airport and eventually needs to get to city center, which is about 3 miles away. For them to do that the fastest, we see advanced air mobility as a great possibility for people to disembark an aircraft at the airport, jump right onto an advanced air mobility platform and get downtown and do what they need to do before they return to our airport later. Our partnership with SkyDrive so far has been an amazing partnership. We're excited to see what SkyDrive is going to be doing here in South Carolina. We're thrilled to be part of the future, and we're looking forward to doing this with them.
My name is Frank Murray. I'm the Director of Planning at CAE, the Columbia Metropolitan Airport in South Carolina. We're very excited about the new possibilities being created in the advanced air mobility industry, and we believe in its potential to positively impact communities like ours. CAE is teaming with SkyDrive to model an FAA-compliant advanced air mobility ecosystem for our region. We plan to study airspace and infrastructure requirements for a variety of use cases, including flights originating from our airport. We believe this will give us the know-how to provide our citizens and visitors early access to this new form of transportation. What we discover together will open up many new exciting business opportunities for our local community and the state of South Carolina. CAE is thrilled to be working with SkyDrive, and we look forward to pioneering new possibilities together and taking the lead in this once-in-a-century mobility revolution.
Hello, my name is Tomohiro Fukuzawa. I am the founder and CEO of SkyDrive. We design, develop, and manufacture the world's most affordable eVTOL aircraft. As we now enter the final stage of our aircraft design, our initial focus outside Japan will be on the US market. In collaboration with the great state of South Carolina and in partnership with the key stakeholders there, the decision to make South Carolina our home base and window into the US market was an easy one, as it is a significant player in both commercial and military aviation industries, and it is home to more than 400 aerospace and aviation companies, including Boeing and Lockheed Martin. I sincerely believe that the vast number of resources available in South Carolina provides SkyDrive a substantial platform enabling us to efficiently achieve our goals. I personally would like to thank South Carolina and our stakeholders there for their continued support, and we look forward to continuing to strengthen our relationship as we work together in building a future where daily air transportation is accessible to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the video. Now, we would like to welcome Mr. Tony Allen, the Business Recruitment Manager at South Carolina Department of Commerce, and Mr. John O'Toole, the Executive Director at Beaufort County Economic Development Corporation. They would like to express their individual organization's commitment to support SkyDrive.
Thank you, Risa. My name is Tony Allen. I'm a Business Recruitment Manager with the South Carolina Department of Commerce. I thank you for your attention this afternoon, and look forward perhaps to talking with some of you later on today. South Carolina Department of Commerce is the state's agency tasked with recruiting companies to South Carolina. We have an office in Japan, and interestingly enough, they had been talking with SkyDrive probably about the same time Beaufort County did. South Carolina, and you saw that a little bit ago in the video was mentioned, we did not have much of an aerospace presence until about 2009, and that's when Boeing announced that they were going to build the 787 Dreamliner in Charleston, South Carolina. And then since that time, a very small aerospace presence is grown into over 400 companies, aerospace-related companies, and now we have Lockheed Martin making the F-16s in South Carolina as well. So talking to SkyDrive and recruiting to SkyDrive to our state was just part of that continued evolution into advanced air mobility systems. And we have 46 counties in the state. We work very closely with all of them. Beaufort County is a great partner. One of the things that we did in partnership with Beaufort County that we can talk about later on was the landing pad concept. So SkyDrive has opened up an office in Beaufort County, and John will talk more about that in detail, but both the state and the county provide resources to the company to help them get started. And at a state level, we will help them make contacts where they're needed. We act as a concierge service. We will facilitate any meetings they need, put them in touch with other potential partners. And of course, there's no charge for any of this. So it's a great way to bring in companies that want to start up smaller operations. And if they stay small, that's fine. And if they grow into something much larger, then that's to the benefit of everyone. So I look forward to talking about this more with all of you later on. And I'll step back now and let my colleague John O'Toole talk a little bit further. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. My name is John O'Toole, the Executive Director of Beaufort County's Economic Development Corporation. If you know anything about Beaufort County is known for Hilton Head, golf and hospitality. And then we also have Parris Island there, defense community. They lend themselves very well to traditional aerospace and emergent aerospace. So it's our pleasure to have gotten to know SkyDrive along with the state of South Carolina at the Paris Air Show in 2019. Now, working across all sectors, when I met with SkyDrive in 2019, it seemed kind of Jetson-esque to think that people would be moving about in this way. Fast forward, we reconnected with SkyDrive in the summer of 22. As Tony mentioned, we made our landing pad available to them, free office space with all sorts of concierge level service, in-kind services, and great introductions to some of the airports that are with us today, Columbia and Augusta over in Georgia. It is just a blast to work in this sector and with a great company like SkyDrive, and I'm sure we'll dive deeper into it. Thank you.
Thank you. Please give them a big hand of applause again, please. Thank you. Okay, next, please welcome Mr. Yugo Fukuhara, the Director of Air Mobility at SkyDrive. We would like to express SkyDrive's commitment to South Carolina.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yugo Fukuhara. I'm General Manager and Head of Air Mobility at SkyDrive. We, SkyDrive, are very excited to be here at VFS, although it was colder than expected, especially last night, but it's beautiful today. And first of all, I'd like to thank our stakeholders from South Carolina, Georgia, and beyond for your continued support and cooperation. In addition, I would also like to thank the global audience for your interest in SkyDrive and for sharing our vision. And finally, I'd like to thank the organizers of this event, VFS. They have been very kind and generous. I'm here today to express SkyDrive's commitment to building an operational ecosystem in South Carolina as well as Georgia, and in cooperation with our key stakeholders from each state. SkyDrive is committed to establishing our United States base of operation in South Carolina and developing practical use cases in the region, utilizing our ST-05 aircraft. That is our first production model of eVTOL, and that we will hope will provide value to the local community, which we hope will attract operators and investors who are interested in our vision of making daily air transportation accessible to everyone. SkyDrive understands that with anything new and innovative, there will be many challenges ahead. But we are confident that we have established an efficient and effective market entry strategy in cooperation with our team of highly capable and like-minded stakeholders that complement each other in such a way that we will be able to overcome those challenges and lead in this once-in-a-century mobility revolution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hugo. Now, we'd like to have a brief panel discussion. The panel discussion will be chaired by William Fugate, the Overseas Business Development Manager at SkyDrive, and with panelists John, Tony, Frank, and Hugo, all of whom spoke earlier. We have approximately 10 minutes. William?
All right, everyone, thank you. So we're going to start off, because we have a short amount of time, just going to start off with our first question. So I'm going to ask Frank to take this question, if you don't mind. Yep. So our first question is, as the first target user, initially, who do you see utilizing eVTOL aircraft in South Carolina? And if you could possibly also maybe designate some possible use cases or destinations that you would see.
Sure, I appreciate it. So Frank Murray, I'm the Director of Planning at Columbia Metropolitan Airport. And we have been looking at eVTOL for a number of years, but we're happy to get this introduction to SkyDrive. The way our community has developed over the last few years, there's really kind of spread out development districts in our city, and I can really see potential in the future for how those can be connected by this advanced air mobility. So we see that as a great opportunity for the city, and we think there may be a core there at the airport to support the activities of an eVTOL company like SkyDrive that will really be connected throughout the city by a network of vertiports. We're really excited to kind of be getting in on the ground level of this. We think there's some easy use cases for us as the technology develops, connecting our city to one of the main tourist attractions in our region, which is the lake. And obviously, it's connected by a nice river down between which we see being an easy access corridor for this technology as well. So we just seen there being a lot of good alignment with the company and with the opportunity.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next question would be to Tony and John here. So in what ways do you think life in South Carolina will be affected by eVTOL aircraft? So we'll start off with John.
Okay. I would think initially it would be workforce. The opportunity for people to work in this area is a great opportunity. We have to be aware of it at the workforce training level. When I think of it in a recent hiring tranche, we have Lockheed Martin in Beaufort County. They interviewed 30 exiting or transitioning Marines, and we're able to hire 28 of them. And so we have some 2,100 transitioning Marines in our area each year. So the workforce and making sure our training is aligned with the industry. Secondly, as being a big hospitality area, people are really concerned about the environment. And so what eVTOL will do for just carbon emissions and so on is going to be very attractive to our clientele. And that's about a $2.5 billion a year industry to our county alone. And people do care about the environment. That's what the draw is. And then lastly, I think it will relieve pressure on existing infrastructure so that will disperse some of the crowds on our highways and byways. So.
Okay, thank you, John. Tony?
Yeah, everything that John said.
I'm glad I went first this time. You beat me up there, okay.
No, John and both Frank made some excellent points about people traveling from airports to cities in the future, and SkyDrive is on the cutting edge of this. So, over 100 years ago, when the automobile began, nobody had any idea what kind of impact that would make. And now look at where it is worldwide. Who can tell in the future with the VTOL industry? But I think there's a huge potential for to totally change the way people are transported. One of the things that South Carolina is a big tourism state. Like a lot of states, you can get into a helicopter for $20 or something, and they'll fly you around an area. This is big in Myrtle Beach. Maybe some of you have been there. There's some other places, certainly across the United States or in the world. So you could see that kind of tourism avenue for that. And then in our own world, in economic development, we in the past have used helicopters, which are very expensive to operate, to take people over to look at industrial sites, big, large industrial sites. A lot of it's been supplanted by drones, but drones have their own limitations. So you can't beat having passengers in a vehicle seeing things firsthand, and I could easily see, and these are much more affordable than helicopters, that local and regional economic development agencies use these for that purpose as well.
Could I make one last point?
Sure.
If it's okay. In South Carolina, we had Boeing arrive there, more than a decade ago, and they've had a lot of success. Just over in Georgia, we have Gulfstream. And what I think SkyDrive's announcement does for our two states, Georgia and South Carolina, is gives us a toehold in the future of aviation, not only the traditional aviation. So thank you.
Yeah, great point, John. I think also, if I'm not mistaken, I think South Carolina has also made a commitment to advancing electric propulsion as well. So our technology goes hand in hand with South Carolina's goals as well. So that's great. Okay, next and last question. This goes to each one of the people on the panel. Could each member give a brief description of their role in forming an operational AAM ecosystem in South Carolina? We'll start with Frank and just go down the line.
Yeah, I mean, from an airport perspective, I think as well as being a destination and potential origin point for this technology, we're also heavily involved with the FAA. We've been involved in safety risk panels for the adoption of drones around our airport and how that came to our community. So we think we've got a decent amount of expertise and background that will really lend itself to this whole establishment of the ecosystem. We know there's 1,000 questions to answer. We're going to try and solve them in a model format for our community, and then, as we evolve and learn more over time, we really look forward to seeing this technology for real.
Okay, I will go with Hugo next.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. Thanks. We SkyDrive, as an aircraft OEM manufacturer, we will provide our best product to operators, and that will be FAA compliant. And also, we will establish ecosystem, including port, charging station, and operation system, together with our stakeholder. And also, we will support operating in aftermarket. This is our role.
Okay, John?
I would expect that we could lower obstacles, that we could inform good public policy, and deliver a workforce that is what you'll need for where you're at in your business development.
Okay, Tony?
And we would do similar. One of the things that we talked to SkyDrive on early on was that we're in the business of recruiting companies to South Carolina, but once they're there, we want to partner with them as long as they want to be in the state. So we have actually more people at the Department of Commerce that work with existing industry than with the business recruitment side that I'm on. And that was one of the commitments we made to SkyDrive is, as long as you're within the state, we want to work with you, we want to help you grow. So we've been partnering with them to introduce them to other agencies and other businesses that will assist them.
Yes, as SkyDrive's main presence in South Carolina, I can definitely vouch for that, and with everyone else as well, all the support that we've been given, it's been really truly impressive, and it's resulted in us making our our home base there in South Carolina and working with the regional airports, including Georgia. So we're very excited about the future and what we're going to accomplish together. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Nobuo Kishi, the Chief Technology Officer at SkyDrive, will make a closing statement.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Nobuo Kishi, CTO of SkyDrive. It has been a pleasure presenting SkyDrive US market entry plan to all of you today. Thank you. I would like to give SkyDrive appreciations to the press and global community for welcoming a growing team of stakeholders in South Carolina and surrounding region. We're excited about what we are going to accomplish together. As a friendly reminder, I am presenting at the morning session tomorrow from R&D perspective. I hope I will see you there as well. Thank you all for your participation and continued support. I wish everyone a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. This brings to an end. Again, thank you all for being here today, in person or virtually. Enjoy your day, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.